Alright, so what am I up to today? I'm loading up the grapple into the truck, and then I'm going to put I need both the grapple and the bucket for taking up to Bear Ridge. So we're going up there, finally going to try to take down a bunch of trees tomorrow, start getting the road cleared in there, and I'm very excited about it. I took today off so that I have tomorrow and the next day to make some progress up there. So bringing you along with me, and today is really just all about getting prepped and make sure I have everything I need, make sure the tractor's in good shape, and we'll keep going. We'll get packed up today, we'll get the tractor chained up and on the trailer, and be ready for tomorrow's big adventure of taking down a bunch of trees at Bear Ridge. I'm excited to see a road out through there, so at least a driveway. So we'll get started. I don't know how much we'll get done this weekend, but we'll make as much progress as we can. So thanks for joining, and welcome to TWC Projects. Alright, so I'm not quite at the 50-hour mark for full servicing of the tractor yet, but I have been using the bucket loader a lot, and I thought I probably ought to at least put a little grease into the whole loader mechanism. And since this isn't obvious, and I don't think there's even instructions that come with it, I thought I'd also take a minute to kind of show you loading up the grease gun. So basically what you do is you take the top off and the tip off of it, and then you pull this all the way back, and then it'll lock. See, I pivoted it to the side. Some of them I think have a button on them, but pivot that to the side. Then I'm going to take my tube of grease, pull off the plastic end, and then sometimes you can, I haven't used this gun yet, so you can take the grease and put it around the end if it has, make sure it goes in smoothly. But I don't think there's a need to do that. So I'm going to push that all the way down in, get it down firm so the metal is touching, and then pull off our tab like a old can top. Whoop. Put that right in there. Screw your top on. Make sure you get the threads on there nicely. Alright, a couple turns, maybe a little bit more. Just leave it kind of loose still. Alright, there we go. And I'm going to release this and let it go up until it starts to feed out. Alright, and I'll pump it a little bit. That needs to go a little bit tighter. Doesn't seem to be pulling it out yet. There we go. I just needed to give a little bit more so I can see it coming right out of the end now. So I'm going to stop right there. And then I'm going to put my tip in. And tighten it down a little bit more. Alright, should be good to go. Let's try it out. Alright, so truthfully I don't know how much this is going to take, but we're going to pump in some into each of them at least so that I know that they're in good shape. And I think usually you kind of watch for the grease to start to come out around, and so we're going to give it a shot. I know that a lot of people have nice electric ones, and that's probably what I'll end up getting, but I don't have one in hand at the moment, so I'm going to just try using this guy and see how well it works. Let's get some grease out of the end of that. I guess I should have done that before I put it on. There we go, I can feel it pushing now. 3, 4, 5. Six. All right, we're gonna stick with 7. Feels like a lucky number. And oops, shoot! I didn't make sure that my end was tight here, so you can see it's oozing out. So let's loosen this guy back up, get him off of here. I'll go get a wrench and tighten this on a little bit more. All right, so I put more into these. Of course, they got a wider span to hold more grease. Those didn't need as much. I think I did 4, and now I can see it coming out on the inside. So then I did 4, and I didn't see anything yet, so I did 5, and it came out on up there. So somewhere around 4 or 5 looks like pumps to get us refilled. It took 6. I'm just watching. Let's see if I can show you. That was the original grease had come out, but this is a darker color grease, so I can see that coming out here. And then up there, you can just barely see it. I'm probably not very well with the camera, but there's a little black grease coming out from underneath. I probably should have cleaned that original grease off, but I'll do that after. All right, one other thing, I probably should put Teflon tape in both of these. I've got leaking out through, a little bit leaking here too. I just couldn't find my Teflon tape this morning, but I'll do that next time. I'll wrap them all so they don't have that blowing out like that. All right, I think I got them all. Definitely 2 things that are very useful because grease is super messy and hard to get off. Obviously latex gloves and a good rag, because it's a little bit messy, but I'm really glad I did it. These took quite a bit more grease than I expected them to, which means you know, I've been using it. It was time. So I think I'm gonna wait on the oil change until I come back after this weekend trip. Using up there, I think the oil's okay for now, and then I'll go through and check. You know, I checked all the fluids already; they looked okay. But I'll just make sure I have extra with me too, just in case. You know, when you're quite a ways from home, out in the middle of nowhere, it's good to have extra of everything. So that's what I'm trying to do today, make sure I've got everything loaded up that I need to take with me. And let's keep going and get this tractor on the trailer and get it chained down and make sure we've got everything. So that worked out pretty well. I got the grapple in here, no problem. I think it's a 54-inch grapple. Strap that in just to make sure for good measure it doesn't really travel around. And I've still got my area back here to put my chainsaws and miscellaneous stuff, and so that should work out fine. All right, I think that loaded real well. You probably, I don't know if you could tell, hopefully you could see it on the camera, but what I was doing as I was going forward, I was kind of watching the truck to see how much weight went down on the truck versus, you know, so as soon as it started to go down a bit, I stopped there. I don't know if I've got that balanced perfectly or not, and I kind of forgot, but I'm gonna go around and do it right now. I want to make sure that I've got proper weight, proper air pressure in all these tires. I think they're supposed to be at 50 or 55, so I'll check them all, make sure they're pumped up well, and then we'll start to chaining it down. I'll show you something else. This is a car hauler and not a tractor hauler. Most good tractor haulers, you see, they'll have the grades are up here like this, and they have a full stand that goes down underneath, so it takes all the weight when the tractor comes up. I don't have that. I originally didn't buy this for a tractor, not knowing I was going to get one, but so I have a makeshift solution here, but I'm worried I'm not going to be able to get those out until I pull away a little bit, and then I'll be able to get them out and take them with me. And but anyway, no problem. Like I said, I'm just going to make sure the air pressure's right, and then we'll get to chaining this thing down, and it's looking like it's going to go pretty good. So nervous but excited, because I've been wanting to get out here for so long with this tractor, get to work up there at Bear Ridge. So let's keep at it. A few other things. Obviously, you want to have your truck parked with your parking brake on the truck, and you want to have wheel chocks underneath the wheels, because when you come forward to that tractor, it's going to push on the trailer a little bit until you get up onto it. So just a couple extra safety measures. So just as I was getting the last tire pumped, my pump kaput. So I think I bought this a year ago. It's a Harbor Freight. I use it to pump up tires all the time. But it, the motor was going along, and all of a sudden it just started going really high pitched, and no air was coming out anymore. So I did not get a warranty on it. I'm not sure what the deal is, but I've used it a lot, so I've gotten good use out of it. It's just that I like having it, I carry it in the truck, and it's, you know, a jump starter, it's an air pump. You know, you can charge stuff off of it if you want to. It's got a little USB port. So it's a handy thing to have in the vehicle. I think it even has a couple of, yeah, you can plug 12-volt cigarette lighter type things into it and run them as well. But the air pump part just went kaput. But like I said, it just was the last tire, so pretty good shape. Then I didn't film it because I wasn't sure what I was doing, and then I was done before I realized it. But I chained, I know this is just, I just put this on here to keep it from not being loose. The actual, it's anchored here, and then around here with this guy's holding all the weight on this side. Same thing on the other side. I just took the slack out of the chain so it didn't fly around, hooked it on here, but it's actually anchored there and up around over here. So she's on there solid. I might just put another big strap on there for extra measure. I don't know what I'll do. It's definitely anchored on there. So looking good, and I'll keep packing up the rest of the stuff I need, and hopefully be wrapped up here soon. So I decided to back it up here onto a little bit more even, not quite level, but just to kind of see how the weight distribution looks still. It's looking pretty good. I also threw the basket straps on the tires just for good measure. I don't think they're really going to help much, but they'll keep it moving much. And this side's got, I can see right now, is a little more weight on this one tire at the moment. There's a high spot, I think, right there in the driveway. But overall, it's looking good. And I think the truck looks like it's pretty evenly, the tongue weight I think is just about right. They have, you know, I don't know, they're probably $300. I can't remember how much they cost. Maybe they make a little bit less, but they make a really nice trailer hookups here that can tell you what the weight is on it. But I just didn't feel that was quite necessary for this very few times that I take this thing back and forth. So anyway, look pretty good. I think we're going to be good to go. We just need to load up the rest of the stuff in the back of the truck, but I may just wrap this up right here. This is a short one. I hope it's short. It's supposed to be short. It was just a load up prep for the trip up to the mountain, up to the my wooded lot, Bear Ridge. And I don't know, I probably should show you a little bit more of the strap down, but there really wasn't much to it other than once you find the good places to hook the chain where you feel confident, then you're just basically ratcheting this thing, and it tightens down and keeps the pressure on the chain. So I did the same thing front and back. That was mainly it, and getting the, you know, balancing it on the trailer. The other thing is making sure you've got it as centered as possible. So I just kind of eyeballed my E-tracks down there, and to make sure I was centered as possible, because the more perfectly you can distribute the weight, the better a ride it's going to be. At least that's, I haven't done it with a tractor before, but I'm sure that's the truth for any piece of equipment that you're hauling around. So hope you've enjoyed this video today. Thank you for watching TWC Projects. If you haven't already, please subscribe, like, hit the bell to see when new ones come out. and share with a friend. So I appreciate that. And keep getting outside, fixing things, creating things, enjoying God's beautiful creation all around you. And until next time, have a fantastic week. Take care. Bye now.